After 20 years in veterinary practice, I've seen thousands of exhausted cat owners wondering why their feline keeps them up all night. The problem isn't your cat's personality, it's your feeding habits. Most cat parents unknowingly disrupt their cat's natural circadian rhythm through well-intentioned but harmful nighttime feeding practices. These mistakes trigger predatory arousal, cause digestive restlessness, and turn your peaceful sleeper into a 3 a.m. alarm clock. Today I'm sharing the 5 most common nighttime feeding mistakes that are destroying your cat's sleep quality and keeping both of you awake. This content is based on real veterinary experiences and peer-reviewed scientific research. First, high-protein midnight snacks, the predatory arousal trigger. Many cat owners think offering a high-protein snack right before bed will help their cat sleep through the night. The opposite is true. When you feed protein-rich foods like chicken, tuna, or meat treats within 2 hours of bedtime, you're biochemically triggering predatory instincts. The amino acids from meat stimulate dopamine and norepinephrine production, neurotransmitters that increase alertness and energy. Cats are crepuscular hunters, most active at dawn and dusk. Feeding high-protein foods late at night mimics the post-hunt eating cycle, signaling to your cat's brain it's time to be active, not rest. Research in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior shows cats fed high-protein meals before sleep demonstrate increased activity and reduced REM sleep duration. Protein digestion slows by 50% during sleep, causing digestive discomfort that fragments sleep cycles. Instead of that bedtime treat, offer a small portion of easily digestible food at least 3 hours before sleep time. If your cat seems hungry late at night, adjust your daytime feeding schedule. Never use meat-based treats as a sleep aid. They transform your cat into a hyperactive night hunter, rather than a peaceful sleeper. Second, interactive feeders left out. Overnight, the mental stimulation trap. Puzzle feeders and interactive food toys are excellent enrichment during the day, but leaving them accessible overnight creates serious sleep disruption. These devices are designed to activate problem-solving abilities and hunting instincts. When available during nighttime, they provide continuous mental stimulation that opposes the neurological relaxation necessary for quality sleep. Interactive feeders trigger dopamine release through the reward pathway, keeping your cat's prefrontal cortex engaged in active problem-solving mode. Studies in feline cognition show food puzzle interaction increases cortical activity comparable to active hunting behavior. Your cat's brain cannot simultaneously maintain this heightened cognitive state and enter deep sleep phases necessary for restoration. This is cognitive hyperarousal, where the cat's mind remains activated and incompatible with restorative sleep. The constant availability creates anticipatory behavior, where cats periodically wake to check if they can extract more food, fragmenting sleep throughout the night. Remove all interactive feeders at least 2 hours before bedtime. Use them exclusively during morning and early evening when mental stimulation benefits your cat. If you work long hours, set up puzzle feeders on a morning schedule and remove by early evening. This provides enrichment when beneficial while protecting the sleep period your cat needs. Quick question: have you ever tried using puzzle feeders at night and noticed your cat becoming more active? Drop a comment and let me know how it worked for you. Third, free feeding and grazing, the blood sugar roller coaster. Free feeding is one of the most damaging practices affecting feline sleep quality. When you leave dry food available all day and night, you create continuous blood sugar fluctuations that prevent stable, restorative sleep. Cats are obligate carnivores with digestive systems designed for 2 to 3 small meals daily, not constant grazing. When dry kibble remains constantly available, cats nibble throughout the night, causing repeated spikes and crashes in blood glucose levels. Each time your cat eats, insulin is released to manage blood sugar, followed by a crash hours later. These crashes trigger cortisol release, a stress hormone causing arousal and wakefulness. Research in the Journal of Feline Medicine shows free-fed cats display significantly more nighttime activity and fragmented sleep patterns compared to cats on scheduled feeding regimens. The constant digestive activity means your cat's body never enters the fasting state necessary for cellular repair and deep sleep phases. Additionally, lack of true hunger eliminates one of nature's most powerful sleep aids. In the wild, cats sleep deeply after eating because genuine hunger has been satisfied. Free-fed cats never experience this satisfaction. Transition to scheduled meals by feeding 2 to 3 times daily at consistent times. Stop all food access at least 3 hours before bedtime. Within 7 to 10 days, their circadian rhythm will adjust, establishing genuine hunger at appropriate times and promoting deeper sleep throughout the night. Before we continue, If you're finding this information helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our videos. Share this with other cat owners who need this information. Together we can help more cats get the relief they deserve. Fourth, wrong meal timing, the circadian rhythm disruption. The timing of your cat's final meal is just as critical as what you feed. Most cat owners feed their last meal either too early in the evening or immediately before bedtime. Both timing errors cause significant sleep disruption through circadian rhythm misalignment. Cats are crepuscular animals, naturally most active at dawn and dusk. Their circadian rhythm regulates the sleep-wake cycle through light exposure and feeding cues. When you feed too early, around 5 or 6 p.m., your cat's stomach empties completely by midnight, triggering hunger-induced wakefulness. When you feed immediately before bed, digestive processes keep metabolic rate elevated, preventing the parasympathetic nervous system activation necessary for deep sleep. Gastric motility studies show cats require 8 to 11 hours to fully digest a meal. Feeding too close to sleep means peak digestive activity coincides with intended rest periods. The ideal timing follows the hunt-catch-kill-eat-groom sleep cycle. Feed your cat's largest meal approximately 90 minutes before your target bedtime, allowing initial digestion to complete while post-meal grooming naturally transitions into sleep onset. For a midnight bedtime, feed around 10:30 p.m. Combine this with a vigorous 15-minute play session immediately before the meal, mimicking natural hunting behavior. This sequence depletes energy reserves, satisfies hunger, and synchronizes your cat's circadian rhythm with your household sleep schedule. Fifth, artificial light exposure during night feeding, the melatonin suppressor. This final mistake is perhaps the most overlooked yet scientifically significant. Many cat owners who feed during nighttime turn on bright overhead lights, unknowingly destroying natural melatonin production and circadian rhythm synchronization. The mechanism involves specialized photoreceptors in your cat's retina. Even brief exposure to bright artificial light, particularly blue-spectrum wavelengths from LED and fluorescent bulbs, suppresses pineal gland melatonin synthesis. Melatonin is the primary hormone regulating sleep-wake cycles, and cats are especially sensitive to light-induced melatonin suppression. Research in feline chronobiology demonstrates that just 10 minutes of bright light during dark periods can shift a cat's circadian phase by up to 2 hours, essentially creating jet lag within their home. When you illuminate the feeding area with bright lights during night hours, you signal to your cat's brain that it's daytime. This confuses the biological clock, leading to increased nighttime activity, delayed sleep onset, and poor sleep quality. Additionally, artificial lighting during feeding creates learned associations where your cat anticipates bright awakening periods throughout the night. If you must feed during nighttime for medical reasons, use only dim red spectrum lighting. Red wavelengths between 620 to 700 nanometers have minimal impact on melatonin production. Install motion-activated red LED nightlights near feeding areas. Better yet, complete all feeding at least 3 hours before lights out, allowing your cat's natural melatonin cycle to proceed uninterrupted. I'm curious, are you already using scheduled feeding times for your cat? Comment below and tell me your experience. These 5 nighttime feeding mistakes work together to systematically disrupt your cat's sleep architecture. By correcting these habits through scheduled meals, appropriate timing, removing nighttime stimulation, and managing light exposure, you'll see dramatic improvements in sleep quality within 1 to 2 weeks. These strategies work best for healthy cats with mild to moderate sleep disturbances. If your cat shows signs of medical issues like excessive vocalization, disorientation, sudden behavior changes, or if sleep problems persist after implementing these changes, consult your veterinarian immediately to rule out conditions like hyperthyroidism or cognitive dysfunction that require medical intervention.